In his desperate attempt to seek attention, Tom Turgendhat has said and done some weird things. The genius couldn't even come up with a decent slogan to kick off his leadership bid. He did the impossible and came up with something literally shitty. A slogan that spelt out the word turd. Imagine if he became the leader of the Conservatives. I will make it my mission to ingrain it into the public conscience by referring to him as Tom Turd. He criticised my approach to the riots. He said that I could have done more to end the riots quicker. His solution was very much a Mickey Mouse solution cooked up as though he was coked up on cocaine. It is one worthy of something that Liz Letch's head truss would have said. Tom's proposal was that we cancel police leave, extend mutual aid, and confront rioters earlier with an overwhelming presence. He went so far as to say that he would have used the army to quell the riots. He is a total nut job. You don't send in the army for something so petty. The thugs had already proven how disorganized they were and how scared they can be when faced with the might of the public. Against my supreme leadership, they stood no chance at all. If Tom Turd would not hesitate to use the army just to quell these small riots, think what he could possibly do when there's a global conflict somewhere. Like the premature ejaculator that he is, he would prematurely resort to nuclear weapons, and then we are all fucked, because we know how shitty and ineffective Trident is. Tommy the Turd has proven himself to be a sleazy behind-the-scenes operator. His candidacy was announced more than a month ago, and the only press coverage of him has been to criticize Elon Musk and Nigel Farage for their role in the riots. That's all. No praise over how he intends to reform or rejuvenate the Tory party. There's no mention of what his position is on a myriad of issues, presumably because that doe doesn't have any concrete plans. He is so clueless on how to approach reforms, even within the Conservative campaign headquarters, that he publicly wrote an appeal to members to ask for help and do the work. He is too posh to meet with any of these people and groups face to face, so he sent out a brain-dead survey filled with no room for open-ended questions. Yet he has polled well and is now a serious contender to become the leader of the opposition. In the past, the Turdmeister was fined for driving while on a mobile. If he can be such an arrogant prat to put the lives of everyday passengers at risk, so he can feel so self-important and brush that ego of his, how could anyone possibly trust him with the well-being of an entire population? My mama always said, never trust a man with a bad comb-over. The tit is 51 years old and he still can't get to grips with balding. If he can't even face up to that and deal with it head on, how on earth could he possibly hope to lead a nation through the tough times? He is so vain that he would be better off hosting a beauty pageant. If you're middle-aged and married, there's only one reason why you would be so concerned with your looks, but that's between him and his wife. It's at times like these that I feel it's a real shame that the Tory party lost the only worthy candidate to lead the party. That was Penny Mordaunt. That witch would have given me some trouble during Prime Minister question time as she knew how to talk. It would have been more fun to have her around. But I'm glad that she's gone, because Miss You-Know-Who Rayner would have cried like a little child and would have started a coup to shove me out as the media start to provoke the Labour Party, asking why there has never been a female PM in Labour. Well, I won't have any of that. If it's a female leader that will front the party, it's going to be me. I will change my pronoun to she, her.